different because it's on my account. Just wasn't quite prepped for, I guess, every single fucking thing tonight. Working it out, though. I just sent out a gang of invites. Invite to speak. Invite to co-host if you'd like. Speak. Invite to co-host if you'd like. Trace, how are you?
Good, bro. Good. How about you?
Not too bad at all. So we are live on YouTube in a weird way. That's why we're on the space, and that's why we're on this space on my account, I guess. I don't know how it's exactly going to pan out, but we will find out. So let's see how this goes. Usman, you on the mic?
We here, boy. We here.
I see you. Thought you was getting on video, fucker.
I mean, I can if you want. Ask nicely. I'm setting up the mood light.
Shut the.
I just did ask nicely, bro. I just did ask nicely. So we're
I'll be jumping in on camera off and on, brother.
going. I don't actually know how this is all gonna go. I plugged the stream or the space into the stream and a bunch of browsers. We'll fucking see how this one goes. I'm having fun over here figuring shit out. I did load up a couple of hot topics for the first 20 minutes or so. So first thing I got up, it's actually on the screen if you're on YouTube. Dana White announced that he is now on the board for Meta's AI. Did you see that?
I don't know what that is. If you could please explain. And how's everybody doing?
I saw it. What the hell does that mean?
Okay, so Meta is the Mark Zuckerberg created a umbrella company, and that umbrella company now owns Oculus and Facebook and Instagram, and that umbrella company is called Meta. That company is developing Meta's AI, so Facebook's AI. So Dana White is now on the board for Meta's AI.
To help with the rankings and whatnot?
No, to help develop it. He's an investor, an owner.
He's investing to the Meta. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm about to do the same.
Yeah.
Sonny, see, not about it there.
So I'd be happy to be the first one to say this. I think Dana White's interest in Meta is putting the fights in the Meta. I think in a perfect world for Dana White, I've said this since the very jump. We've already seen him surround the cage with cameras. We've already seen a couple times where they did that 360 view and wrapped all the way around. We've already seen all of that. We already know he shut the Apex down for Zuckerberg. So to me, Dana wants in on the AI, A, because it's going to make him a billionaire. And B, because, bro, he's going to be able to put Slap Fight in the Meta universe. He's going to be able to put UFC. Think about this. Dana White can lay out, fuck it, let's go overboard, 50 cameras. 50 small, discrete cameras and then take out maybe 1 or 2 cage-side seats. He could then sell that cage-side seat in the meta to 100,000 people for one person to watch the UFC. He could charge you $100 pay-per-view, and if your buddy wants to do it, well, your buddy needs $100 too. And I think that's where it goes. I really, really think that's where it goes as far as how Dana White uses the meta to make as much money as possible off of the UFC. Yeah, I think he'll use it for the rankings. I think he'll use it for a lot of things. I think the way that the UFC was a leader in social media, the UFC will be a leader in AI. Yeah, I really believe that. I believe they'll dump more money into it than most companies will. I don't know. I could probably ramble on about that forever. I don't know. I don't see any hands up or anything or any mics on, so I'm just gonna bounce it on. Go ahead, Usman.
Well, shit, man. They better get them illegal streams running ASAP because I ain't paying no money to watch the meta camera. But I'm sure it looks badass.
Well, no. So the meta camera would be that you can turn your head and you're in the arena.
Oh, I'm gonna go rob my nephew from that for that headset.
Oh yeah. Now you're like, oh shit, I gotta get that. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine they put 20, 30, 40 cameras and you can switch your seat.
Oh yeah.
You're like, I wonder what it looks like from up there. I want to see down in the cage a little bit. You fucking just hit a button and it switches your seat because you paid to be in the meta in the arena. It's fucking genius. I mean, it's absolutely genius. I don't know how all of this is coming through to the YouTube. I hope it's coming through well. Some of the shit we do is going to be a hit and some of it's going to be a miss. The quality of the stream the other day was, man, I was very, very happy with the quality of the stream, but I misunderstood something that it told me. And even though I ended the stream after we were done, it needed time to buffer out, and I didn't understand that. So I ended the show, the PFL show special, like 10 minutes early over on YouTube, which really sucks, to be honest. It bums me out because I was, I know that I scramble a little bit with what I'm talking about and what I'm doing right now because I'm trying to figure everything out, but I really want to get us to a higher quality of production. All right, with that said, today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. My name is Joe White. I'm the host. You already see my co-hosts, Trace and Usman, in here. Mike's already in down there. Mike is also a co-host, but we only have so many spots. So, it just doesn't say it next to his name. Dead Pix has been MIA a little bit, but that's our guy behind the scenes, and I don't know. I'm hoping to hear from him soon. We got a short show planned today. It'll just be the breakdown. I got a couple fight announcements loaded because I wanted to get images up and everything, and I'm trying to limit my workload, and then eventually I'll be able to throw things back over to Usman on that, which will allow me to, I don't know, it'll just change some things. But for now, I loaded a few up, so we'll do a few fight announcements. I think that will be fun to talk about. And then we'll jump into Dern versus Ribas 2. This show is presented by our very own website, capmma.com, the best place for side-by-side odds so that you can make sure you are getting the best lines for all of your bets. Money line odds, overs, unders, a scorecard database, the most recent headlines, and much, much more. If you go there now, it'll take you to our front page, which actually loads a bunch of headlines. I was working on the load time of the board. I have greatly reduced the load time of the board. If you go over to the board, it takes about 8 seconds to load. If your device is slow, maybe 11 seconds, but that's not on us. Yeah, I've been working quite a bit on that loading time. It had slowed down quite a bit. Site says that it's not secured. Guys, we don't take any information from you. We don't. There's nothing to secure. There's no advertisements on there. There's nothing coming for you. From there, I think we can jump right into the announcements. Here we go. What do I got up first? So this should be,
So
of
I know you
course, I don't
said
have.
you got some loaded up with pictures and stuff. I counted we got about like 25 announcements since the last time we did it, but we can do whatever's planned, brother.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 2 weeks worth, 3 weeks worth, basically.
Well, I've got a screen for free chat at the end here in the YouTube, so we'll be able to hit some of them. But I loaded up about 4 images. I want to see how it all comes out over on the other end when I watch it back tomorrow. So I'm gonna steal your 4 biggest gusto fights right now, bro. Joe Pfeiffer and Calvin Gastelum. You got that one on your list?
Of course, man. Over 1.5. Hopefully they give us that.
That would be really, really nice if they give us over 1.5.
If we do get that, it's probably gonna sit somewhere around minus 180. Gastelum Chin, he's gonna take that punch. That's for sure.
Yeah, so my question is, I haven't, I didn't dive into it. I'll be honest, man. All my free time is like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I'm not whining or crying. I love what I'm doing, but it takes me 50 minutes to do what used to take me 15 minutes. So I didn't get to look any stats up. But how old is Gastelum now? Is he one of them guys that was young 8 years ago, so he's still not that old, or is Gastelum old now?
Yeah, no, I believe the biggest controversy with him on Tough was that he was like 17, didn't turn 18 by the time auditions came around, but he was like, "Hey, yo, I turned 18 a month or a week into the competition. Let me just fight," and they let him in. Yeah, I think he's only like 32 or something. I'm gonna look it up.
He's definitely a
Okay,
vet.
so
He's definitely a vet at this point.
yeah, but that it still makes a difference. If he's 32, he could still hit a physical prime we haven't seen yet. So,
He's
God, I'm
33.
not gonna go. I'm not gonna go off on this one, but I'm kind of rooting for Kevin Lee, man. Kevin Lee's only 32 years old, looking good, looking in shape. I'm pretty excited about the GFL. Not excited for the format, but I do want to see a place that feels like Kevin Lee's have a place to fight. Tyron Woodley's have a place to fight. I want to see those guys fight still. I don't want to see them in the UFC. I don't want to have to see it on a fucking, a UFC card. But man, I still want to see all those guys fight more than I want to see whoever the fuck's in the PFL for $3,000. I don't even know that guy's name.
What are
I
you
don't even know who he
talking?
is.
What are you talking about, bro? Freaking Davlos get Yagshi Muradov just won $1 million. You don't want to see him fight again?
Who?
He
Dovlio
won't
get
win it.
Yagshi Muradov.
He will not win another $1 million because them broke motherfuckers can't give him $1 million. 20 a fight if you're in the tournament. 20. I think it's. I think it was 20 to show, 20 to win, 500,000 to win now. That's the math. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Um, I'm gonna try to get a tweet out here. I didn't intend to do this space from my phone or my account. What I'm going to have to do next week is sign the stream service into my account so that I can host the space from the Cap MMA account. It was very last second. I didn't have time to. I would have had to change a lot, guys. I mean, I'd have had to change a lot. So I didn't have the time. I apologize. So from there, I do want to get a tweet out really quick. So I'm gonna click on this. But Gastelum and Pfeiffer, bro, You gotta bet the Piper knockout though.
Never, never. Hey, Mexican
Oh my
big.
God, you're such a Kelvin Gastelum mark, bro. He's not even good.
I'm not even saying he'll win, but you're not gonna bet against a Mexican big head. Those are three things you don't bet against. You
You can
small
bet the
Mexican head,
submission.
you could go with the submission for sure.
Yo, Mike snuck that in there. Yo, he's like, yo, you can bet the submission though.
Bro, why? Nah, he could bet it. Or you could bet body bags KO, bro. I'm telling you. Trace would back me up maybe if he was on the mic. Nobody else wants to. What else do I got here? Usman. So I don't have any details on these fights. So if you want to scramble to get them as I bring them up, they're the biggest ones. um, Next one up is so it's Charles Johnson. Who's he fighting? I know he's the next one up. I can't even see these right now.
Give me Charles Johnson is fighting Ramazan Tamirov at UFC Vegas 103 March 1st.
I'll be honest, man. I just brought it. I just put it in there because I'm really excited about Charles Johnson now. His activity, win, lose, whatever. I think he's really enthusiastic about the fans. I want to see Charles Johnson hit a title run. I do. I'm
It's not
not.
gonna
I'm
start
not
with
saying it'll
Tiramod though.
happen. What's that?
I said it's not gonna start off with Tiramod. Tiramod is gonna finish that dude.
You
Nah.
see, nobody's finishing Charles Johnson, but I will agree. Um, Damn, this is a fucked up fight, man. Charles Johnson on a little streak. He's been looking good, and they give him this dude who when in his debut, I said he was a fade, but no, this guy is really fucking good and has got a lot of fucking power. So I don't understand why they're doing this to Charles.
I agree. How come he's not getting like a ranked fighter? Like he's won enough to be in the top 10 for sure. I'd say.
Or at least, yeah, try to give him like some sort of run, but nah, this is a tough one.
Like they're doing their best to kill his run right here, which sucks.
I don't see it that way, if I'm being honest. But
How
I mean,
many
I
has he
guess sure
won?
you could be
It's
right.
like 3 or 4 now, right?
I think he's on a four.
4 out of 5 in a year, right?
Yeah,
He fought 5 times in a year and won four.
Oh yeah, bro. He deserves a ranked opponent.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Had the host from the other account, open mic, all welcome. Post that up. Next fight that I loaded was your boy Henry Cejudo
Let's go.
yeah,
versus
man.
Song Yadong, right?
Yeah, let me pull up the details. I mean, I know it's UFC Seattle main event. I don't got the exact date. It is February 22nd. Um, hmm, I'm interested for sure. I like Song Yadong too, man. Uh, Cejudo better grab a hold of his ass and
Good,
slow
because
him
he's gonna
down.
beat your hero up.
Nah,
I'm glad you like him because he's gonna beat your hero up, bro.
nah. Song Yadong is gonna get held. He's gonna get held real long and real hard.
Nah, old ass Henry ain't got it in him.
Bro, he's 38 now, man. I was watching his show the other day, like, or a clip of his show with Usman the other day, and I was thinking, oh, please just retire already, brother. Like, I love you so much. Just retire and get the hell out of this game. You got a job right now. Just stop doing this. And then this fight gets announced.
I was laughing when Nurmagomedov was making fun of him, and he didn't know Nurmagomedov was making fun of him.
Oh, I've got two Mexican MMA idols, and both of them are not the brightest color in the crayon box. Both Cejudo and Tito Ortiz are they're just not too sharp, man. I'll admit that.
Um, like Khabib's telling him, he's giving him the Khabib's going, yeah, you call Hunter Campbell, you get in shape. There's no stars, and Henry's biting. He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm like, Henry, he's making fun of you. This is one of those do you have a dog moments. No, no, I don't have a dog. It would be better if you have dog. Like it would.
Get dogs,
This
get
is one
dogs.
of those. This is one of those moments. Fuck. Henry definitely is missing the mark on this one, or missed the mark on that one. I'm betting against Henry. I gotta bet against Henry. I think
I'm betting
Henry.
against you.
Okay, so at least say this. I know you like him. Put that aside. Henry deserves it. He deserves it. However bad it looks for him at the end, because he was in his prime with the belt and he fucking quit and said more money. He should have fought a couple more fights. He should have got that money, rounded his legacy out, and moved on. But instead, he's found wanting now. Now he wishes upon a fucking star now, um, because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He thought he was gonna punk Dana White. Bro, you were the fucking 93-pound champion. No one, no one's paying high dollar to get you to come back. You weighed like 47 pounds and you were the champion, bro. It's just it doesn't work that way. And I think Henry did it to himself. And you can get mad at me, bro, but you know that I'm not lying.
No, no, I agree. Like, I people give Henry so much shit for that, and this is the one time where I can get on my high horse and say, "Oh, but y'all bitches care about fighter pay." Yet when somebody tries to stand up for themselves, everybody jokes and laughs at the little guy. I hated it because it was like, if you're gonna retire, man. I was literally depressed that night watching that fight, and everybody at my house was like, "Hey, chill out, man. It's not it's just a fight." I was like, "No, man, he's gone. He's gone. He ain't coming back." And I was sad that he came back. I think he could have beaten a Peter Yan back then. I think he could have. He had such high hopes, and it sucks now. He's. I said it already. He's 38 at 135 with two fucked up shoulders. We're seeing TJ Dillashaw all over again if he comes in hurt. Like,
Well, so that's I'll be honest. So that's the it felt like the smaller guys were going to be able to fight longer. It really felt that way. And now it seems like it's the big heavyweights, um, and the 125ers, and it's the same. It's just different. So the bigger guy's chin seems to go, and their cardio seems to go, but they were never really high pace. These smaller fighters, their shoulders break down, their knees break down. Like these guys have more real athletic. I don't want to say that. That's not. I'm not trying to dog nobody out, but they have more of your traditional athletic injuries, post career and end of career, and the things that are taking them out. More like what we would expect to see a baseball player or a football player. I don't know. I just feel like the little guys, it's more of that, and guys like Henry, and guys like TJ don't want to and are not going to accept that, you're the age, you just got to go
I think they're
here.
just able to push themselves
Here
past their limits, whereas the bigger guys don't really push themselves because of cardio reasons.
no,
Yeah, well,
it's also physical though too. You look at these 135ers; they're doing double Granby rows to try to get out of a damn position. They're doing switches way faster and way more explosive than the heavyweights are. You're not gonna
Just the
see.
explosiveness in general. That's, I mean, being that quick and that explosive, being able to change directions that quick, it doesn't matter how big or small you are. That's not good for your body. That's not how the body's meant to work. That's why Cruz has had so many knee surgeries.
This is true. This is true. Oh, speaking of Dominic Cruz, I think he's up next. Dominic Cruz is fighting Rob Font
You're welcome
February
for that segue,
22nd.
boys.
Co-main event.
Co-main
Yeah,
event as well.
co-main event. I like Rob Font, and I don't give a shit about Dominic Cruz as a fighter. I don't dislike Dominic. I'm not like, I hope he fights against trash. I don't have no problems with Dominic like that. But I like Rob Font as a fighter, and yeah, I'm Rob Font all day. Let me see if I got. No, I thought I had a piece of when I met Rob. I thought I had something down there from him. I was going to grab real quick. I like Rob. That's where I'm at. But the whole world is going to be talking about how old ass Dominic Cruz is going to put it on him. Dominic Cruz getting beat up.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rob Font by decision right there.
Yeah. How old is Dominic now?
Yeah, I was gonna say
He fucking crossed that 40,
this.
40 line
This
yet?
might be one of his last ones. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Last
this
one.
is this has got to be his retirement fight.
Bro, the last 8 fights been his retirement fight.
39.
At least it's 39 fucking years old. Come
I
on,
think it's a
man.
good fight for Dom, actually, man. I feel like flat-footed Rob Font's going to get caught and probably walk into a few takedowns trying to get big shots on him.
Yeah, Cruz
Um,
got takedowns, then he got footwork. The only thing Cruz has to worry about is the power. Now that is a real problem.
But it's also never been an issue. What Dom's been stopped one time by knockout in his entire career. I mean, not saying that he can't. I mean, once that chin gets cracked, it gets easier each time. But I
I don't
mean,
even think he should that fight shouldn't have been stopped. He was getting up.
yeah.
Mm,
I feel like, I mean, both these guys are old. Like I said, Font's deceptively old. Uh, and man, honestly, of the two, outside of like talking about knees, the damage Rob Font's absorbed way more damage than Dominic Cruz has in his career. Uh, Yeah, man. I feel like this is probably a good get right spot for Dom, in a spot where people aren't going to expect.
no, I think Dom is gonna do all that dancing on the outside just to get hit with a jab 150 times. Um, hey,
Yeah. See, my
dude,
boy Dom ain't fought in so long that people forgot he's not a fucking stand up guy. He's a wrestler. He's going to take Rob Font down.
I don't think he will, brother. I don't think he will. I think he's going to rely on that striking. He's going to let the ego go, and Rob Font is just gonna throw right down the middle.
Well, you
Do
know
all that
what? This
side to.
sounds like a. I don't know if we're doing board bets this year. I think we're doing something different that you were talking about doing, but I will definitely take you on this bet, for my friend.
Let's go. I got two going that night. Cejudo versus Song and Font versus Cruz. I'll send both y'all $1 with my name on it.
Well, then I'm guessing I'm getting $2 on you that night because I got Song and Cruz.
Nah, nah, one bet per person. Chill out. What do you think I am? Some kind of whore?
You don't know. I'll take the Henry Cejudo bet. I'll take that.
I'm already sending Joe money. Y'all guys relax.
Oh, you can't be betting
nah,
Cejudo, bro.
Hey,
you're
Mike,
gonna lose your money betting
Mike,
Cejudo.
watch me.
He don't care, Mike. He
Bro,
don't care. He don't
Song
care.
might sit Cejudo down, son.
I'm not saying I hope he does. I'm just saying I hope he does. All right, so that's it. We're gonna jump over into the card, but first, starting this week, I will post the first and only post the slip thread. Post the slip will be an open competition. Friendly competition, helpful competition. We're not looking to dog people out in any ways. Here's how it works. You can join anytime you want. The thread will be used every single week, the entire year. Once you post, you're in. You have to post 1 to 4 slips every week. The minimum per week is $5. The maximum bets, all your slips added, the maximum bets, $25 a week. You must post at least, once you start posting, you must post at least 1 slip a week to stay live. You post your slips in your own comments. So once you post your slips in the thread, you just keep coming back in the comments of your slips and posting more slips. You can retweet them, so everybody can see them if they're images. I know it doesn't put it at the front of your page, but you can retweet it. You got to post it at least 24 hours before the fights. No posting shit day of the fight or no posting shit after the fights. That's not going to get you
I'm a
nowhere.
day of type ass dude though, Mike. Mike, not the Joe.
It's got to be Friday. I am too, but I mean, maybe we could set a cutoff time, noon, the day of the fights or something. I'm willing to bend on that rule as long as we set a rule about it. My thought is some cards go off early in the morning because of overseas and shit.
I would say
So,
midnight, the night before the fight, would probably be fair.
yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So you got to post 24 hours before. If you reach $1,000, you win, I guess. Like there's no pot, there's no prize.
Starting off 2025
Um,
with some homework already. All right, I see how this shit's gonna go.
yep. If you go negative 100, you're out. That's it. You're done. You can still post your slips, but you're out. We're not gonna be announcing all your shit every week. Now, if you're a host, you're still gonna be telling your bets, but I'm just saying you're not getting a million retweets.
If you're $100 in the
We'll
hole, that
figure.
means you're four events negative. You might not be a host no more.
Well, it's not just 4 bets. You figure
No, no, I said
$500 per
that's
slip is
four. You said
ideal.
25 a day, 25 a card. So $100 negative. You'd have to lose 4 events in a row.
Yeah, yeah, you could still be a host, but just talk about the over unders more.
Whoa, I take that as a personal shot. And I know that was a personal shot, you son of a gun.
I swear to God, bro. I promise you. You can see me on camera now. That shit was not personal. I just, they still got to talk about the fights. Whatever. I talk about overs and unders,
Joe, you got
motherfucker.
that big ass screen behind you, bro. We can see you pulling up your script behind you.
Yeah, no, the script is right here, son.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
I print it. I
He's
like that.
professional with it. Come on, Trey.
Oh yeah, Joe nice with it. Joe
Yeah,
nice with it.
He got it set up.
The real
as I get it set up and get it moving,
the real professor has entered the building, son.
you boys got to get some fucking camera setups though. They ain't got to be all this, but for the Tuesday night deal, you boys got to get you some cameras set up.
I'll be camera ready next week. I'm getting everything done tomorrow.
Listen, if you get all camera ready and you need some shit for behind you, bro, I'll mail you a poster or something. Like I got you.
I'm
I
trying
swear to
to get that
God.
Cap
Like just
MMA merch, brother. Come on.
man,
Oh,
I
hey,
should
yo,
do some cap in the
all,
night.
all bullshit aside, man. My brother, he's already got 2 sponsors for his fight. He's got room for another sponsor. I don't know what goes into sponsoring somebody, but if we could throw our logo on his shit, that'd probably be pretty sick.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. You should see how much he'll charge you to do that for us.
All right, I'll text him here in a minute.
Ah. Um. All right, so let's jump over to the card here. I'm gonna bring the odds up behind me. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, that's what I figured would fucking happen. So that should fix our stuff there. Yeah. Okay. So Still working on it, boys. I don't feel so bad on Tuesday nights. I like Tuesdays because I feel like I don't mind if I walk over there and if I walk away and if I'm doing shit, it doesn't really bother me. When I'm doing those specials and the segments or when we start doing the news thing, I want to really nail those ones. I don't know. This just feels more like hanging with the boys. All right. So first fight up is Joe Selecki and Narolo Alive. Is that how it's said?
Oh
Alive?
yeah.
Alive? Aliev. Okay. So on the screen now, you guys don't have the YouTube on, I'm sure, but on the YouTube screen right now, it's got the side-by-side stats from UFC.com for both guys. And then underneath it, it's got a screenshot of our website. Not like a clip, it's actually the website just zoomed in and all that shit. It's got the odds under there, so I just know you guys can't see it. So Selecki is plus 362, and Narolo is minus 500. Let me see what the over-unders are here. 2.5 rounds, minus 325 to go over, plus 250 to go under. I ain't got no real tape work in this week, guys. I've been doing all the production stuff, so I'm not going to try to lead too many fights here. There's a couple where I guess, strong takes on. But I'm going to just turn it right over to somebody, and I'm going to ask if somebody could find a way for me to tell me how I can find the under and bet it. Trace, you want to open this one up?
Uh, did you? This is the Aliev and Joe fight.
Selecki fight. Yep.
Oh yeah, man. This is feels like an easy Aliev spot for me. I have Aliev in my DraftKings lineup this week. Actually, I think he's one of the better options up top. It's just a grappler versus a jiu-jitsu guy. Really, it's Aliev and the grappler. I think he goes out there and dominates him. Probably has Selecki in some weird spots. Position wise and danger wise on the ground. But Selecki's pretty good off his back. I don't know that he'll get the finish. I just think we see a dominant Aliev performance here with a lot of ground control time. Uh, wouldn't be surprised if he gets a late finish, but give me Aliev by decision.
Yeah. That's what the odds are
And
saying
he
here.
said it's for us. It's free to sponsor.
Nice. I still got to do something though. I got to figure that out. Man, I think the computer view of me is like stretching me funny over there. I'm trying to get a peek from where I'm
I
at.
thought you
I
looked
wish
taller
it
than you
showed it
actually
like it.
are.
No, I think it's making me look wider than I am. And then when I lean too forward, it's like tilting the camera or something. It's smart or something. It's fucking it up
I
over
just
there.
thought
It
you
looks
maybe hit some
horrible. You
push-ups
got
before it was getting your swole on.
Definitely not. I my days of being able to do a push up are long behind me, Trace. I assure you.
Mine too, buddy, but for different
Long fuck.
reasons.
Yeah, I'm all busted up. I just can't do it. I can't physically. I mean, I could, but it's not worth it for me. All right, so that seems like the obvious take here. I'm gonna ask the co-host even on some of these. It, if you guys don't put your hands up, I think I'm gonna blow through them. I'm gonna make sure I hit everybody on this one, but some of these fights where it seems like obvious minus
Ah,
600, minus fucking 350 to go over. If there's no contradicting take, I don't really see a reason for us to hammer some of these. Who's that down there? I can't see underneath certain buttons. Is that
Anish Nair, you got to take for this fight, brother.
I can't even
he's
see
not.
the
He's
Yeah,
not
name
you
even.
down
the
there.
first
Anish.
hey guys, yeah, that's Anish. So yeah,
Nice
thanks
to see
for
you,
having
bud.
yeah, same here. I'm probably seeing you guys for the first time host a space. So it's great to see everyone here. So if it's a Narulo Aliyev fight, I think he's definitely easily winning this one. But with the odds being so juiced up, I think the money line is the only safe play here because it's probably going to hit 99.99% of the time. Though is that juiced up, but yeah, amongst the props, you never know. This could be a decision.
I mean, of course, everybody's gonna parlay the guy who has a win over Khabib. That was his first pro fight. But hey, I'll take a stab at Joe Selecki's submission, man. You're gonna give me a guy that's gonna go for a lot of takedowns against a jiu-jitsu guy. That's the only way you're gonna make money here. You even got Nurulaev, or however the hell you say his name, Aliv, by decision at minus 230. It's just there's no way to make money here unless you're gonna parlay that minus 600.
I agree. There's a real good fight to parlay it with. The next one, Dakota Dudako, no, Victoria Dudakova versus Fatima Klein. Dudakova is plus 650 at some books, plus 577, 27 book average, minus 909 on Klein. So I'm going to be honest, I don't bet huge dogs just to bet them. Once post the slip goes up, I I I think I'm going to have something on Dudakova. I don't think she's the side. I looked at it right away and was like, I know they're both coming off losses and level of competition. Klein has fought way better fighters and won. Dudakova had her little run, but they weren't super impressive. But I think I'm going to have a little bit of money on Dudakova. Like, man, at that price, even if it's, for the sake of post a slip, we're talking a few dollars bets. I don't know if I can pass her up at that price, if I'm being honest. And if I can take it by decision and juice it a little bit, and even they'll give me even plus 750, I'll probably take it that way. Who wants to start this one off? Mike.
Yeah, look, I actually have Klein winning the fight as well. Ultimately, I think her pace and the way she mixes up her grappling and striking is going to be a little bit too much, but yeah, it's the price for me that makes me want to bet Dudakova because she's not going to run through Dudakova. Dudakova can box. Actually, and I explained this in my breakdown. Like her boxing in her last fight showed that a lot of improvement. She showed a lot more willingness to stand her ground and fight, and the wrestling is always there too. She has really great technique with her takedowns, and I think she could pose a problem for Klein, but ultimately, still, I think Klein is going to get the victory by decision. The over for me is a great parlay piece. So yeah.
I can't disagree with the over in the parlay either. I think you could take the first two fights, not pick a side, just in case a huge dog wins and get the over on both of them, if I'm being honest. Um,
I think we're all going to have
Usman,
pretty much have the same breakdown on this fight, right?
Well,
yeah. I'm not gonna kill these ones.
Let let
I
let,
did
Uz,
want to ask.
let Usman hit it. I'm good on it.
you
I just want to know if it hits the strat. Usman, does this fight hit the strat?
that come on, brother. That's not even a question, brother. Actually, holy shit. Just looking at it right now. Fight goes to split decision plus 800, but goes the distance minus 215. We ended up closing the year on minus goes the distance, hitting the over at 74.6%. So that tells you it's going to go over. I'm always going to hit the over first four fights parlay. It's what I do. I'm always going to do that. But I kind of maybe this is just me looking for some money somewhere on these stupid dogs. I don't like the decision either for Fatima. Well, of course it's minus 160. I don't like the number. I'm gonna try and hit Fatima Klein by submission plus 325.
By submission.
Lots and lots of grappling
So
experience. Most of these girls are gonna be rolling around, but whole staff might get tired and find herself in a bad spot. Let's try it out.
all I'm gonna say, all I'm gonna say is Dudakova is the finisher of the two. She has the better instinct to finish the fight.
Not denying it,
Um,
not denying it. But I'm looking for some odds somewhere.
I'm looking for something to give her because I'm like, at that price, I gotta put fucking something on you. So like, I gotta give her something. She is the better finisher, so that will be what I give her. Let's see. I don't know if I brought that one up there. No, I did not bring Klein up on the screen, but people can forgive me. Um, I'm getting better at this shit, guys. See me checking. I don't care. Magobad got it. Godzilla versus Bruno Lopes. Lopez is next. Bruno is plus 184. Magobad minus 233. The over plus 114. The under minus 145. Wow, they don't think it'll go the distance. This is a perfect one to ask Usman to open it up because I know he plays the over on the opening four. So Usman, what are you doing on this fight? And then I see Anish has got his hand up. If you could throw it over to him when you're done, bud.
Yeah, so the only thing that I can think is that the over is a dog because they think Lopes is gonna have 2.5 rounds to get that knockout. Um, just from watching Gazi Asulov, I think that he is going to be able to get the takedowns and hold him down when he does go for him. And from the outside, he's going to do those kicks. He's going to do his long distance striking, and this is going to slow the fight down a lot. So I will be taking the over on the parlay for sure, and we'll see what happens. Anish, go ahead and take it, brother.
Yeah. Sorry about the previous fight. I actually want to finish, but you guys probably quickly moved on, or maybe I didn't catch the break. I thought maybe other people would speak and stuff. But yeah, okay. The previous fight, the Fatima Klein fight, I believe that's a winnable fight for her opponent too. I mean, if Fatima Klein cannot get the takedowns, it's going to be a tough one for her. I think the fight is going to go to a decision, and if she can get the takedowns, it could be a long night for her. So yeah, I know, but I'm still going for Fatima Klein. The lines are juice, so probably no bet unless it's a parlay. So yeah, that's the previous fight. But this one, yeah, what you're saying is right. This dude, I don't know about Bruno Lopez if he's got takedowns of his own. He's got some submissions, but yeah, he's got a few arm triangles. He could probably take somebody down. But I don't know if he's good enough to take this other dude down. But I've seen that other dude get taken down. The Dagestani guy, he's been taken down by his opponents before. Not that they did much with it, but he's been taken down. So it depends. If this guy can take him down, he could probably submit him. But if not, the other way around, then it's gonna be difficult. But on the feet, this dude's got power. But I'm still telling you, this guy is not the typical Dagestani wrestler type. He's got good striking too. He doesn't have the power, but he has good striking. Maybe not the power, but he's got good striking. So it's an even fight. I think people could actually bet Bruno Lopez too. He's a solid fighter. He's fought good competition too. So yeah.
Mike, come on and hit me, brother. I know you started taping this in 2024.
Okay, so Bruno Lopez is my value play for this card. I honestly think this is a winnable fight for him. The problem is that very early in the first round, man, Ghazi Zulov is probably gonna light his ass up, and that's not gonna be like. I mean, he really is gonna light him up like a Christmas tree. Like, imagine Ronda Rousey when she was getting her ass beat by Amanda Nunes. That's how bad it's gonna be. This dude's striking is really like he picks his shots well. He knows how to throw combos. He's gonna be too fast for him, but like Usman was saying about how he uses his wrestling to slow it down. That's more if the person really gets past his striking. And Lopez, I think, can do it. He's gonna get hit. He's probably gonna get hurt pretty badly in the first round. But the wrestling, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. Lopez has some really good takedown defense, and he knows how to defensively grapple even if you take him down. So I think that Magomed is going to have to put on Lopez is what's going to make him tired. And Lopez doesn't stop. He's going to move forward, and he's got bombs in his hands. So I think if you don't want to pick a side, you pick the under. If you want to pick a side, the value's on Lopez. That's my opinion.
Very nice. Trace, you got anything on this one, bud?
No, I actually pretty much agree with Mike on this one. I think it's gonna be rough early for Lopez, but if he's able to weather that storm and not get finished, which, like he said, this guy's kind of pillow. I would say pillow fisted, but he's not the most explosive striker in the world. Uh, yeah, I do think he has a very good chance of knocking this guy out or getting. I think he has a good chance to get the fight done inside the distance. Uh, round two, round three, but I don't know that I'll have much act on it. I went back and forth on this fight with Lopez, wanting to put him in my DraftKings lineup, but I don't know that I will just because of the chance, the high possibility that he could get finished early on in the first round. But I do think the value is on Lopes in this fight, like Mike said.
Nice. So I do end up doing a little bit of tape work before I bet. I can't help it. I'm gonna write his name down and circle it, have a look at it. I'm gonna move on to the next fight. Next fight up is, let me see this thing change. There we go. Um, so next fight on the list is Ernesta Caracate versus Nicole Cagliari. This is like Dana White Contender Series versus Dana White Contender Series off of a loss, right after Dana White Contender Series. Not the not the most exciting fight there is for me. Ernesta is minus 278. Nicole is plus 215. I'm gonna. Any of the co-hosts want to kick this one off?
Yeah, I'm just gonna start off by saying that Ernesta has like I think it's a 6 inch or height advantage and a 9 inch reach advantage. This chick is extremely tall for this division. She's gonna give most girls hell that can't, especially if they can't get her down. Lot of volume. Sorry about that, guys. A lot of volume. I expect her to pick her apart on the feet. Should be an Ernesta decision here. Yeah, I feel like she probably looks impressive in this fight. Tears this girl apart, especially with the body kicks and the. Honestly, she just has such a big range advantage on her. It's gonna be. Speaking of pinatas.
Nice. Mike, who are you on this fight?
Okay, so I am on the under on this fight. Look, none of these girls move their heads, and they both can really finish each other. It's really whoever gets the shot off first. I think I'm on Ernesta. I think the volume and her striking accuracy is going to be a little bit too much for Cagliari, but Ernesta doesn't move her head either. That head stays on the center line, and however you say her name is, man, she throws with power. So it's gonna be power versus volume, and I think someone's gonna just fold. I think someone's gonna fold in this fight, and this is one of those fights I do not think you just bet the over just because they're women. Under for me, if you want to pick a side, Carrot is the side.
Damn. Trace, you think it goes the distance?
Yes. My bad, guys. Yeah, I think it goes to decision. I think Ernesta's gonna volume her. Wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, it's a huge reach advantage. I don't think it really matters that she has tall fighters defense in low level women's MMA, especially with as much of a height and reach advantage she's going to have here. Uh, but yeah. But I mean, hell, if she gets on the inside, I could be wrong. If she gets on the inside, that head being stagnant, we'll get her put down. But I just think the range is going to be too much, especially at low levels of MMA, women's MMA. So, yeah, whenever you have the girl with a huge size advantage, you got to bet on the girl with a huge size advantage.
Well, I'm saying she could finish too. Like, I don't think Cagliari's defense is just as shit as hers. And I think she's going to be. This is what I think is going to happen. I honestly think Carrot Kate is just going to use that length and she's just going to piece her up the whole time. And Cagliari is just going to fold. Like, I think it's going to be too much the amount of time she's going to get
You
hit.
know, if you're going to watch any women's fighter that uses their range perfectly, brother, Dakota Ditcheva, if this girl fights like Dakota Ditcheva, uses her knees and her range and all the clinch and all that shit and puts it together like her, like that's a perfect example of who she should fight like. If she can put like some kind of performance like that together, dude, this girl's a problem, especially with the size that she has. Like, I know that she's grasping at straws, saying if she looks like this fighter, she'll be great. But I'm just saying that is a like for her and her size, that's like a perfect example of how she should fight.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Um, all right. I think that's a lot of time on that fight. Um, Preston Parsons versus Jacoby Smith. All right. Minus 417 average on a debutant versus a legit fucking gatekeeper. Over 1.5 minus 200, under plus 160. Man, I'm going to ask Trace to tell me why I should bet a Dana White Contender Series debutant against Preston Parsons. And then I want to see if Mike agrees with you.
I already know that me and Mike are going to agree on this one. I actually have a crazy blown out wide line parlay going already. Dakota Ditcheva being one of them. Like I said, I agree with everybody on that fight. I thought that she should lose, but there is a path to victory, and the line is just way too wide. So I took her. I took Preston Parsons. Reason being, Preston Parsons is fighting a guy who is on a week's last minute replacement notice. Uh, I don't. He may have been in camp. I don't know. I didn't look into it. But he wasn't fighting Preston Parsons until last week. Granted, this says the same thing about Preston Parsons. He wasn't fighting this kid until last week. But one of these guys was coming to fight on this day, and the other one was not. So give me the guy that's prepared to fight, has a full camp. Yeah, I get it. This kid might be nasty. He might be disgusting. He might be the truth. And he does have power. I do think he probably wins this fight. I do think he probably gets a knockout round late round one, somewhere in round two maybe. But with everything against him and him being a huge favorite, like if he was a dog, like I get it. If he opened up as a dog and got bet to this point, then yeah, it's a little different. But he opened as such a huge fucking favorite on late notice. I'm just playing the numbers game on this one. So I do have Preston Parsons in a dog parlay. Yeah, does he win? Who knows? I'm just taking the odds on it. Uh, but yeah, Preston Parsons gonna have to strike with this kid. Uh, the wrestling's probably not gonna be in his favor. He's probably not gonna be able to get him down. So he's gonna be forced to strike, and honestly, it's not his favor if he's forced to strike with this kid. So yeah, man, we're going to see some Preston Parsons show some improvements in this fight, but I just on a number that wide, I just couldn't not pass it up. There's octagon jitters. We see it happen all the time. This kid could come in here and fall apart. And weird shit happens. Weird shit happens all the time. So I took him just as a big dog, but yeah, he has an uphill battle with this kid.
So, so you said you took him in a dog parlay, like you took multiple dogs
Four,
in that
it's a
parlay?
4 leg parlay. So I got Dakota Ditcheva, Preston Parsons, and then I'll give the other two as we get to them. Actually,
Dudakova, you got
oh yeah,
Dudakova.
Dudakova, not Ditcheva. Dudakova. Parsons, and I think the other one are on next week's card. So here, let me look at it real quick, and I'll give you the rest of them.
All right, Mike. What do you think of the Parsons fight?
Oh, I mean, okay. Y'all remember when I said I confused him with Mansoor, and I said his only chance was to knock him out. Look, when I figured out who it was, Jacoby Smith, man, Pre Parson has no chance against this dude. I don't even care how short notice it is. He's not going to be able to out wrestle him. And the power that this dude carries in his punches is going to be a huge problem. He's getting finished in the first round. I don't see Parsons winning anywhere in this fight.
The dog parlay is Parsons, Dudakova, Ione Barcelos next week, and Diego Fajea next week. Barcelos is fighting Peyton Talbot, and Diego Fajea is fighting wrestling kid that got knocked out by Bobby Green. Grant
Grant
Dawson.
Dawson.
And I put $5 pays 3,500 on. Honestly, I think everybody has a path to victory. I'm just hoping Preston Parsons finds his. The other three, I do think there's a path to victory for him.
What is it?
What's that? What's what?
What's his path to
Which one?
victory?
No.
Parsons.
I said I'm hoping he finds his. I said
Oh, okay.
I see paths for the other three. Like Barcelos is a huge step up in competition for Talbot, even if he is not his prime self anymore. Diego Fajea, we all know he's back on the juice again, and he's looked fucking phenomenal. His last fight, he was a fucking dog. And then Dudakova, she has a chance here. Maybe not the best chances, but coming off of a loss and being a minus 1,000 favorite is pretty fucking crazy. I don't care if it was Jasmine Jasdavicius. That's assuming that's putting Jasmine on a huge fucking pedestal to make her a minus 1,000 after losing to her. So yeah, I just think these are lines that are kind of blown out. They may all lose, but hey, you don't win big money by playing scared.
I I I understand. I play dog parlays, so like I wasn't giving you no hard time about it, and I actually like the I like Victoria, like I said at those lines. So like I wasn't giving you no shit about it. I just like you ain't gotta justify it to me, but damn, $5 for 3,500, bro.
For a
Fuck,
four
you
for a
make me
four
want
leg,
to
come
play
on.
that, bro. You make me want to play that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Um, how is the video for you guys? Is it choppy?
No, you're good today. Actually, I had a little connection issue early on, but other than that, you've been pretty smooth. The only issue I was having yesterday, whenever you were on camera, was the camera kept flipping and flopping up and down on me. But I don't seem to be having that issue
Yeah,
today.
it's doing that on the
Well, that's what I was
YouTube.
seeing. Yeah,
It's
that's what it's
doing
doing
it
on
on the
YouTube.
So I
YouTube
wonder if you, I wonder if
like
you can, I
crazy.
wonder if you can disable the camera, the rotate effect on your end and make it to where they can't even rotate your camera. You know what I'm saying? Is that toggleable?
Um, I don't see. I don't know. It seems like it's if my head moves, it'll tilt like it tries to recognize me or some shit. It doesn't give me any option at all. And it looks like it's probably going to end up being pretty choppy on the YouTube feed. Um, so doing this video through Spaces may not be a great option. I really love Spaces. I really want to make it work with the stream. Like I love fucking Spaces, man. Um, so I don't know. We may just rethink how we do it. Maybe we do Spaces with no video, and I break the news segment off and do that with video. And as you guys can all get in, then maybe we switch some stuff over. Um, but I don't want it to look like shit. I don't want to put all the effort in and build all the screens, and I don't want to do all of that for it to look like shit anyway. So kind of stuck in that predicament. I was actually just live fucking with the size of the browser that the space is in, I was like, you know what? And on the screen, it probably shrunk and did this a few times. If anybody was
Hey,
watching,
one of the other co-hosts, can y'all go on camera at the same time as him?
yeah, yeah, the co-host can go on camera. Um, I tried to shrink the browser though. I thought if I shrunk the browser, that it would, make it look like it's on a phone. That did not fucking work at all. Usman was on camera yesterday in a test space. He said when co-hosts accept the invite now, it automatically prompts them and asks them. So I don't know. I assume they can just hit that button down in the bottom right now and it says turn your camera on.
I'm
Anyway,
not a
It does.
co-host right
we'll have to
now.
see how it ends up over on the feed. That'll be the big determination. I use this mirror trick to see the screens change, but with no images of the fighters on there, it's hard for me to tell if the screens actually change. So I'm gonna have to come up with a solution for that one already. I can tell.
All right, back to the
Anyway, that
card.
was. Yeah, shit ass sidetrack. Trey Ogden, Tiago Moises. Tiago is going off at minus 192. Trey Ogden plus 156. The over 2.5 minus 280 plus 210 to go under. This is the under that I think could bust your fucking parlay. I, I, I don't know. Usman, start this one out. Usman just left.
I got you,
What
bro. I
the
got you.
fuck?
So I actually this is the start of a 3-leg parlay that I have. I have one unit on for this card. I think it's a high probability it hits. There's only one fight that I'm kind of all right. All three of them I'm kind of worried about, but they're all dogs. Uh, so I'm on Trey Ogden in this fight. I do think that he's going to go through a little trouble early on with a tough Tiago Moises, but I think his ability to weather the storm and stay smart and not get caught in things is going to help him. He's a savvy vet with I think it's like close to 26 fights, 27 fights, something like that. I think we see him in the first round try to keep his standing on the feet with Tiago. Uh, by clinching, I don't think he shoots. I don't think he tries to shoot to get the takedown until he's a little bit more tired in the fight. But I think he clinches up, holds Tiago up against the cage as long as he can, and then just tried not to maintain or obtain too much damage in the positions in between. And then we see him start to take over the fight in round 2 and round 3 for a decision. Yeah, I like Trey Ogden quite a bit here. We've seen him level up a lot since becoming a coach. That team he's got out there is kind of coming together, and they're looking like a decent team. Like they're going to be a nice little camp came out of nowhere. So yeah, I think it's Trey Ogden's time, man. I think Tiago Moises is a little bit more. Uh, I don't know the word. I don't think he's quite lived up to the potential that we all thought he had, and I think he continues to let us down in this fight. And Tiago Moises, or not Tiago Moises, and Trey Ogden continues to impress us in this next fight.
That's a fair take.
But the over's free.
Mike,
The
where are
over's
you
free.
at? You think so, huh?
Oh, for sure.
Mike,
Yeah, Tiago Moises is my lock of the week. Which I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty disappointed. I was on Ogden too at the beginning, and I put him in like a little 20 leg parlay for like 30,000. And then I broke down the tape, man. Look, Moises only loses to the elite, and I think the last fight he had, Ludovic Klein, I think we were all genuinely surprised about just how improved Ludovic Klein was because Moises didn't have anything that can threaten him. But it doesn't change who Moises is. He's a really good striker with high level jiu-jitsu. Ogden Although I will respect his wrestling and say that is his biggest threat to Moises if he's able to get on top and really lay on that top pressure. But I don't see that happening because Moises really fights at a range that allows him to react to what his opponents are doing, which is going to include the takedown attempts that Ogden will throw. On the feet, it's not going to be even close unless Moises really, well, I mean, not Moises, Ogden has a really simple game plan when it comes to his striking. It's not like he's throwing combos out there or setting anything up. It's just real one shot, jab, leg kick, maybe a right hand. But he does it really well and has footwork to keep him out of trouble. But that's not really going to work with Moises. Moises can you got to really have a good striking game to really throw him off. Other than that, he's going to be able to see whatever Ogden is going to be able to throw at him, and then he's going to capitalize on that. And when he hurts Ogden, Ogden does not react well when he is hurt, and he really starts to panic. So I really think Moises is just gonna he's gonna find his shot, put it on him, and it's gonna be his fight to lose. But I'm Moises is the lock for me.
Nice. That's your lock of the week.
Yeah.
Very nice. Usman, I see you back on the speaker.
Yeah, my bad. I had to step out for just a second. Um,
His wife was yelling at him.
no, I had to get something from my car, bro. Jeez, and then the Wi-Fi cut off because of the distance. You shut the hell up, man. You don't know my life. Thiago Moises and over. I'm gonna keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Let's cash.
All right. We'll move on. It's Felipe Bunes and Jose Johnson next, right? That's the next fight, ain't it? Shit, no, it's not. It's Marco Tulio and Eor Pretoria is next.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Tulio by knockout. Let's go. Move on.
I was just about to say that.
Um. Yeah, I do want to see what the odds are on that shit though. So Tulia minus 500 plus 400 on Poteria. The over 1.5 is minus 130. The under is plus 100. Man, under 2.5 is a fucking lock there, huh? Sleeps. All right. So then it is um, Jose Johnson and Felipe Bunes. Um, I don't know if I say Bunes right. I butcher a lot of that shit, but I do get a lot of it right. It just depends on what the accent's supposed to be. So I know that Jose Johnson is minus 185 and Felipe Bunes is plus 151. 29 books, 21 days. The over 2.5 is minus 154. The under is plus 120. And let me tell you why I think the under is so close and why I think it's really live. I will pose this question to, I think Mike does the most tape study in the room, or at least the furthest for weeks after he does. Probably goes back, like, I got to watch that again. Um, how does Jose Johnson not get choked out by Felipe Bunes? How does that happen? How is he? How is he? Like, I'm asking serious because you're the tape guy, and I'm just taking these right now. Like, I ain't did my tape, man. This is what I like. This is what I like. You see me? I keep walking away to go check on the production shit. Like, I haven't, spite 3 weeks off, man. I put all my time into what I'm trying to set up here, and I look at this and immediately think, oh, Jose Johnson gets choked the fuck out. So why is that not right? Why is he the fucking dog? Or why is Jose Johnson the favorite? Mike.
I honestly think it's just because of his size.
Okay.
That's it. Look, when I looked at the fight, I thought Johnson had no business being that big of a favorite. I can understand if he was a slight favorite because he could be a problem because he knows how to use his length. But the problem is that from what I can see, he's just lazy. He walks into a bunch of shots. He doesn't have the best takedown defense, but for the opponents that aren't that really good at the ground game themselves, he can look good against. Bunes really picks his shots well. I think the reach might be a little bit of problem at the beginning, but once he kind of figures it out and gets his timing, I think he could take Johnson down, and it's his fight.
I think so too. I I I think even if it accidentally goes to the ground, you understand what I mean? Where it's not like necessarily a takedown or where he has control when it goes there. Um, bro, I don't, I have a hard time even looking at that fight and thinking, man, I should go watch tape. I'm just like, nah, bro, he's getting fucking submitted. That's simple. That's simple fucking. I watch MMA all the time. He's getting submitted in my book, and maybe it's wrong. Um, but yeah, bro, I agree with you. I do think he can get him down, but like I said, I don't even think it's got to be the takedown. Just get to the ground. Just end up on the fucking ground, and I think you win the fight. As long as you're not out cold to get there. Trace, you got anything on this one? I didn't mean to like exclude everybody. I just I was curious to see particularly on that one how Mike felt about that. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool. Like I said, I've heard that Mike doesn't watch porn; he watches tape. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, that's I've heard that.
no, no, man. I think Boone's is definitely dangerous in the first round or two. I think he's going to be the problem. I think he is a very live for a submission, like you said. But man, let's not forget every round starts on the feet, and I don't think he's going to go out there and get the submission. Charles Johnson's been pretty hard to finish in his career. Yeah, man, I think if he's not able to keep Charles on the ground, that or Jose on the ground, that we see him get a late KO in this fight. Or hell, he might catch him coming in with a knee. This dude's gonna have a big reach advantage in this fight. But he will. Let's not mistake. He will get taken down. It's just can Boones get rid of him, or put him away in that time? Because I do think that the late round finish favors Johnson more than it does Boones. But free over.
Free over, huh? Well, that don't do shit for me, buddy. Thanks.
Yeah, I was liking the over and a Jose Johnson by decision myself. Trace, close that refrigerator, brother. I know my refrigerator makes the same noise when that door's been open, so make sure you close that
I
refrigerator.
I knew I heard something like that.
Hey, sweet tea don't wait for nobody, bud.
Close it with your
That's
hip and your
fucking
hands
funny.
full, brother.
All right, what's the next fight? Oh, that's Punelli Soriano and Euros Medic, right? Yeah, that's got to be the next fight. Let me click over here. It is. It is. So free under, boys. Free under and Medic. I don't know the odds are minus 200 on Medic, 204 plus 164 on Soriano. The over 1.5 is minus 166. The under is plus 130. I think fight to go the distance no is good to go. I think that Medic is the side. I think he's just a way better fighter. Um, I think he brings. I think he brings heavy pressure right out of the gate. I know he's trying to control it. Fuck all that. He's going to know he can go out there and out pressure Soriano, and I don't think he'll be able to resist. Um, yeah, I feel pretty good about Medic all day on this one. And I say Dana White Magic because you always got to watch. Dana wants a finish at the end of the prelims. He wants it. Not just for pay-per-views. He tries to put a fight at the end of the prelims, top of the prelims, that is a finish.
And a finish he'll
Most
get.
times.
A finish he will get, my man. You are right. Medic round one, brother. I think he's going to come out hard and heavy. He starts fast.
Yep.
Puna starts slow. Dude is powerful and precise and fast, and it's just going to be too much for Puna, who's very hittable. Don't get me wrong. Whoever connects first is going to sleep. I just think more often than not that's Euros Medic.
Well, like for me, it's yeah, all right, fine, sure. Whoever connects first gets the knockout. But if Medic goes in and the striking isn't looking great for him, I'm not saying he's going to resort to or grappling like to the ground or anything. But I mean, Medic is fine with bum rushing in, putting an arm over your shoulder, pushing you to the fence, and dirty boxing, fighting dirty with you against the fence. So even if the striking isn't looking great for him out of the gate, he'll put him right against the fence, do dirty boxing, and Medic has proven he is not afraid to put his foot in a tire and swing with any one of these guys. And I think if that's how they start swinging, he wins that every time. Mike.
Yeah. Okay. So, here's the thing. The Soriano really did impress me. Like, I don't care too much about it being Baeza, the guy he beat, but just how he showed up at 170 and how he performed at 170. Like, he didn't look like his 185 self that would gas out, that would just rely on his power punches. He really did tone up the striking and really utilize his wrestling. And I think the wrestling is something that Medic is not going to be able to handle from Soriano because Soriano is moving down from 185. On the other hand, you got Medic who has moved up from 155. And I think the stronger guy will be Soriano. Now, I agree with y'all. The first round is going to be a tough round for him because Medic is an explosive fighter and he looks to end the fight quickly. And I think Medic has a really good chance of that happening. But I believe outside of that, I think Soriano can really get the job done if he performed like he did in his debut with the cardio and the output and utilizing his wrestling, I think he can really overwhelm Medic. So I think the value is on the Soriano side.
Yo, smart way to play it would be Medish round one KO, Soriano KO round 2 or 3.
Yeah, but you could just cash that Medic round 1 KO and not worry about the other bet.
And I'm always about hedging your bet, brother. If you can protect your ass, I mean that's just your likely outcomes.
Yeah, I just like giving Mike a hard time. I like fucking with him. Usman's playing the under. That's all he's playing. I don't gotta ask him.
You know, I was actually looking at the over. You know it. I'm an over
Nah.
hunter. But I was thinking the exact same thing, Trace, looking at them round one props for Udos Medic. And at Medic, round one submission, you got plus 2,000, round one KO plus 350. Can't hate those numbers at all.
350 plus 350 on the KO round one's pretty nice. I'd have figured it'd been closer to probably 150.
150 you thought you would get for it? Damn. You're fucking
We're listening to this. That's
confident.
where well, that's just where most of his wins come from. Is the first round.
Yeah. I get
Like
it, but damn,
on
you said
paper,
round
that
two.
is his most likely win.
I agree, but I could never bet a first round
Oh no,
KO
no,
at
no! I
150.
wouldn't bet it. It was plus 150. I'm just saying I'm surprised it's not because it is his most likely outcome.
Five hundred,
That's
five
fair.
hundred
That's
for
super fair.
round two KO and 800 for round three. Do we get to round three? I don't think so, but those are the numbers.
Round two, though.
Plus 500. I like it.
Round two starts changing. That changes everything at those odds.
Well,
Up
what
next,
is the to start round two prop? I know DraftKings has that.
I don't think Bet Online does that, brother. Yeah, they don't have that here.
all right. Up next, you said they don't have it,
No,
bud.
they don't.
Up next, Austin Bashi versus Kristen C Rod Rodriguez. C Rod minus or plus 224. Um, Fake Chase Hooper is minus 286.
Fake Chase Super.
Man, I don't,
That's
I
funny.
was thinking, I was thinking White Raul Rosas, but
Brother,
sure.
C Rod is the hype train killer. He's snatching another O this weekend, son.
Stomping all over my
you
play
think so?
here.
Tell me about it, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I think it's gonna be just like every other fight whenever he's fought somebody. Simon Rosas, a tough round one where he's probably losing most of the round one, but he's a fucking tough veteran who survives, man. He's hard to put away. You got to. I mean, you really got to give him no option. You got to give him either get him out of there or basically got to put him out. Bash, he's a problem, man. He's good all the way around, striking and the wrestling. And he, like I said, he's going to have success early, I think. But I think C Rod, being the tough guy that he is, he's going to weather that storm, survive it, and then we see the tide turn. Uh, do I think he finishes him? Give me C Rod by decision.
You said I think he finishes him. Give me C
I
Rod
said,
by.
do I think he finishes him?
Oh, I thought you said I think he finishes him. Give me C Rod by decision. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on,
Man,
motherfucker.
C Rod is
Um,
my favorite. Like he's such a dark horse, man. Like if you're fighting C Rod, you know you're in for a fucking fight, man.
that's fair. That's fair. It's what makes you want to see him fight. Bro, I should have called him fake Roman Kapilov. God damn it. Anyways, Usman, what are you playing on this fight?
Man, I thought I was gonna be on an island, but I like to hear Trey say that, and I can't wait to hear what Mike's gonna say. I'm all over C Rod on this one. Bashi is very explosive. I mean, he's got technique on his takedowns, but he's really got that Loopy Godinez gene. He fucking gets in and just wants to make it powerful. He wants to fucking use all of his energy on these takedowns. Everything he throws is very, very hard. Come out like a bat out of hell, and you're gonna get tired against Christian Rodriguez, who is going to find himself on top after he gets taken down 15 times. I like Christian Rodriguez here a lot.
All right, Mike,
Man,
shit on our dreams.
All right, well, look, this is one of those ones where I don't bet my predictions. I'm on Austin Bashi by decision. I think his jiu-jitsu is good enough where he can at least win 2 rounds. But the problem is that he's debuting in the UFC and he's going up against a guy that is going to be able to handle whatever he throws at him. I don't think he's going to be able to finish him, which means Christian Rodriguez is gonna make him work for 3 rounds. So at plus 255, it's kind of hard not to bet on Christian Rodriguez in this spot because the only thing Bashi can do is grapple him and hope he can hold him down for at least 2 rounds.
Yeah, I think this is just a mirror of the Isaac Dolgarian fight, man. I think Bashi's probably got a little bit better striking though, Dolgarian, and I liked his willing to throw a knee in there, throw an uppercut in there. As soon as they finish engaging in the wrestling and the clinch is broken, he's throwing the big shot. So it's gonna make it a lot more interesting than it was on the striking. But people didn't think C-Rod won that fight. I thought he won that fight. He just does stuff that the judges like, and even if it gets close and it goes splitty, I'm gonna look at those lines right now, man. I'm gonna take fight goes to split decision, and I'm gonna take C-Rod by split decision. Give me a second to pull those up.
So listen, my only real take in this whole thing is going to be that if someone else on video, it changed the screen, it changed what I see over here. I'm just asking, did someone else turn their camera on and turn it off or something? Trace. Is that Trace? Gotcha. All right. So, I really liked to hear what Mike said. Mike, there is no way he makes it out of round 3 if he doesn't get Christian out of there in round 1 or 2, bro. There's no way. There's nothing. There's no way, bro. C Rod's gonna beat the shit out of him in the 3rd round, man. Like you got to at least, you have to at least look at the fact that the finish is live in the 3rd round for C Rod, if nowhere else.
That's really if you're looking at just looking for a long shot, then yeah. But no, I think yeah. Look, I say I like I said, Bashi's jujitsu is really good, and I think it's good enough to win 2 rounds. But man, is he gonna work? And I think Rodriguez is gonna put it on him in that 3rd round. But I don't think he's gonna finish Bashi either.
Look, boys.
Okay, that's fair.
Look, boys. We got fight
That
goes to
sounds like a
split.
split decision to me.
We got fight goes to split at plus 400. We got Christian Rodriguez by split plus 1,000.
Fuck me. That's money, baby.
Bashy, hey Mike, you're on Bashy by split plus 800. The unanimous is dog shit minus 124 to win by unanimous,
I'd
and then
rather
if you
just
want to
bet the
get
over,
crazy,
man. I'm gonna get the money anyway. I'm getting that money right back.
minus 225, of course you're gonna get that money back.
Oh wait,
But
wait,
if
what,
you
what,
really
what?
over 2.5 minus 225.
Oh, 225. I thought you said 625.
No, no. Hey, whoa.
Mike said,
He said he heard minus 625 and said, "Hey, what were those props again?" Um, but hey,
By split, you say?
i- if you think that Bashi can take 2 rounds, and you think that C Rod is gonna come out and do some damage in round 3, and let's pray for a 10-8, you take Joe at plus 6,600. This is that fight right here. This is that fight. 100%. I think Bashy's gonna get these takedowns. I think Christian is gonna light him up. It's gonna be a great fight. I'm on C Rod and I'm gonna take all those props. Fuck it. We're losing hella money on this one.
I don't know, man. C Rod got pretty good takedown defense. I just went and checked the number on it. 65% ain't bad. Man, I see little Trace out there playing. Um, Trace, bro, you ain't supposed to be out there playing. You're supposed to be over here doing the space.
I'm building shit, bro. I'm building
You don't
shit.
even. uh, all right, I'm gonna move on. Chris Curtis, Roman Kapilov. Um, I'm surprised this one's not higher on the card, if I'm being honest. Chris Curtis plus 207.
Bro.
Roman Kapilov minus 263. The over 2.5 is minus 195. The under 2.5 is plus 150.
Dude, this has all the
And
makings of being a fucking banger, bro. Like, it's
yeah.
either gonna be a
And
boring as shit.
That's the
so here's
mm,
my thing, and this is what I was going to start with. I have a hard time not feeling like Chris Curtis is going to be way stronger in the striking. Way stronger. Maybe not as crisp, but way stronger. And I don't know, man. I don't know how the fuck he trained with Sean Strickland so long, but he can't pick his shot, pick his spot.
Well, here's the issue. I think his problem is that he fights Sean Strickland regularly, who brings the action to him, and then people don't fight him like that in the ring. Kopilov is going to fight him, but the Kopilov is going to come forward, and Kopilov is going to fight him. Dude, this fight right here, like, name one better fucking pocket boxer than Chris Curtis, man. He's probably got some of the cleanest pocket boxing there is, or not not there is, but in the UFC, or at least in that division. On the inside,
I never seen it.
he's gonna fucking tear Kopilov up. But on the outside, the kicks from Kopilov at all different ranges or all different heights, gonna be a bit of a problem. If he stands there and lets Kopilov tee off on him, he's gonna lose. But I do think he's gonna land the bigger, more meaningful strikes. So I do think this fight probably comes down to be a close to decision. But man, I just feel like Chris Curtis, if Kopilov gives him the fight that he wants, and I do think he's going to, I think he's going to tear up Kopilov on the inside. And yeah, we've seen lesser strikers beat up Kopilov already, so it's not like it's not a big stretch. It's not something crazy. Uh, yeah, if he's able to handle the kicks well, I think Kopilov probably ends up getting hurt. And I don't know if he gets put away, but I do think that Chris Curtis comes out with his hand raised up in this fight. I do have him in that parlay I was talking about earlier. He's the second leg with Trey Ogden. There's one more leg I'll get to later, but yeah, I'm pretty worried about this fight, honestly, man, because I do think Kopilov's gonna be a problem. I do think Kopilov's good. I'm actually a big fan of Kopilov, and this fight could very well be a bad fight for Chris Curtis. But I think if he's able to keep it on the inside and box with him, I think he wins this fight.
Not even the best pocket boxer in the division, bro.
Who do you think is the best pocket division boxer then?
What- what- it's Kevin Gastelum, bro. Duh, he
Holy
beat his ass
shit.
too.
Holy
Oh my
shit. Yes.
god.
Oh my
Are you fucking kidding me with that shit, bro?
Usman.
Look at the record. Records don't lie, bro. Hey, but all jokes aside, uh, I like Kopilov on this fight. Maybe it's because I'm a Chris Curtis hater and everybody and their mother. My great grandmother came out of the grave and is betting Chris Curtis. I'm going Kopilov, and hell yeah, boy, because you know Chris Curtis is gonna go in there and headbutt his opponent and then cry like a little girl, saying that a point should be deducted and some shit like that. Give me the draw.
It should have been deducted, you son of a
I was
bitch.
actually gonna tell you.
The wrestling could go out there and very much go out there and wrestle this guy and out wrestle him, but he will not fucking do it, and that kills me because dude, he's a good wrestler. He is. He's won a lot of fights with his wrestling outside of the UFC, but he's fell in love with the knockouts since coming to the UFC. Bro, if he would just go out here and fucking wrestle, he would run through Kopilov. It wouldn't even be competitive. But
He's not
but he
gonna.
likes to be a showman. He likes to fight for the crowd. He's got all the taste of the love from people from the big knockouts. We see it ruin wrestlers' careers all the time. Josh Koscheck,
Justin Gaethje.
fucking
Gaethje syndrome,
God,
bro.
little
KJ.
Koscheck, man.
It's Justin Gaethje
Koscheck was one of
syndrome.
the originals, man. But yeah, fuck, dude. He could go out there and walk through him, but he's he's Chris Curtis. He's gonna make it close. That's what he does.
Mike, tell the win.
Cause look, he possesses two of the three things you need to beat Chris Curtis, which is why I'm on him.
Is being Russian one?
Yeah, is going to be the problem for Kopylov because I don't think Kopylov is going to knock Curtis out. Look at his arms. Like, they're so massive. And you see how he just touches his opponents and they cause significant damage. Like, the dude's got real power in his hands. He is going to be able to pressure Kopylov for those 10 minutes, really make Kopylov work and try to just throw as much as he can to just get him off him. At the same time, Kopylov is going to be getting hit. Those body shots are going to wear on him. And I think Chris Curtis is going to have a really good chance of knocking Kopylov out in the third round. Because if he doesn't, he's going to lose a decision. And that's plus 1400, by the way.
Oh, he's gonna lose the decision. He's gonna cry about it.
What's plus 1400 there, Mike?
Chris Curtis, round 3 knockout.
Nice. That's a legit fucking play right there, boys. I like that. Plus 14.
What's Chris Curtis by submission?
Ridiculous number. Things like 45.
As it should be, but I mean, Kopilov's been has 2 of his 3 losses are by submission, so a late round sub prop might not be something that you not play. It might come from a club. It might be a club and sub. It might start from the hands, but hey, crazier shit have happened.
Yeah, it's
Plus two
4500.
thousand
Oh
five
yeah.
hundred.
Oh yeah.
2500.
Thought he said 45, didn't he?
4500.
For round
45 is
3.
for round, yeah, for round 3.
Come on.
25 is just the submission line.
Seen or is he not in here anymore? Shit, I think he left. Ozzy, is Ozzy still in here?
Aussie? No, we didn't get him on the mic and he bounced out. He had his hand up too.
Hating ass.
Some bitch.
Fucking Australians, man.
Next fight up, Cesar Almeida and Abdul Razak. Plus 223 on Abdul. Cesar minus 289, 286. Over 1.5 is minus 160. Under 1.5 plus 124. I think that's a good line to put Caesar in a parlay with at minus 270. You can get him at DraftKings. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good line. I expected him to be a little steeper than that, as wild as that may sound. I know he hasn't fought like the greatest competition, but it's Abdul Razak Al Hassan, or however it's said. Mike, jump in on that.
Yeah, look, Al Hassan's grappling is not consistent enough throughout his UFC career to me even consider that a threat for Almeida. This is going to play out on the feet. His best chances for a knockout. Almeida, if he does get hit, we've seen that he has a really good chin, even in kickboxing. Like, the dude's been hit with some really good shots, doesn't flinch. So I think that alone makes him just a good bet. Like, Almeida's gonna outstrike him. He's gonna be able to time his strikes because Abdul, all he does, he winds up so much. So Almeida's gonna be able to see whatever's coming at him, act accordingly, and I think he's gonna finish him. But not early. I think the over 1.5 is a good play.
Yeah, I wanted to find any reason to bet Abdul Razak Al Hassan, especially after we talked about it. And I was thinking, man, he could come out here and use his wrestling. But even if he wrestles there in the first round, he's gonna gas out, and then the knockout is gonna come. Um, just parlay Caesar Almeida, and we'll be good.
Yeah, so I listen, man. Abdul is not UFC caliber. I know we try not to dog on fighters too much, but I'm just gonna say it. He doesn't, he'd be a great addition to the GFL. Um, you ever seen a guy that lifts a lot of weights but don't know how to fight? Try to fight. That's what Abdul reminds me of. I don't even think it's close. I think that's a great line on Caesar, and yeah, I don't even think that shit is close at all. Trace, you playing this fight?
Man, honestly, I don't think Cesar Almeida is that good. I don't really think he's UFC caliber. I mean, he beat up Dustin Budka. Okay, who cares? That dude is definitely not UFC caliber. And then he just lost. I forget who he fought in the last fight, but I was on the other guy. Oh, it was Kopilov. Yeah. It was Kopilov,
Yeah, Kopulov beat
and
him.
like that kind of the reason why I don't think that Kopilov's going to have as much success as some people think he is against Curtis. I don't think really that the other guy that fuck drum blanks on name tonight. Uh,
El Hassan or Caesar?
Caesar. I made it. I just don't think he's UFC caliber. This two guys. It's not. We have one guy that has multiple paths to victory, whereas one that's only in the striking. Albeit maybe not as much of an advantage as we would like for Al Hassan. But the dude cracks. He's strong. He's proven that he can still be there in the late rounds. And honestly, I just think Caesar falls off a cliff cardio wise worse than he does. So yeah, man, I'll take a shot on Abdul. I think he's here.
It's saying there was an error adding Mike. It adds him, and then it says he can speak, and then it says there was an error, and it doesn't fucking add him. Can one of you try to add him?
I've already sent him 2 invites. I don't know if he's taking them or not.
Yeah, that's fucked. I hate when spaces do this shit. Oh, I can just hit add.
Man, Joe's talking about fucking Razak Al Hassan should go to GFL. GFL, PFL, all those fucking FLs. I think the co-main event should go to GFL. But yeah, let's just go Cesar Almeida. Is that the fight that we're on? I'm not even paying attention. I can
What the fuck? Yeah.
Caesar,
Yeah, buddy.
Caesar.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think Al Hassan's gonna win. Wait, didn't I already talk about this fight? I I said Al Hassan. I'd like for him to use his
You
wrestling.
did. You did already talk about
What is
this.
going?
Face.
Yeah, we got you, Mike. We got you.
All right,
That's.
cool.
I'm trying to think. Why don't I have a take for this fight? It's because I already gave it, motherfucker. Let's go into the co-main event.
Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Carlston Harris. You know what? I can't even recall what the odds were for this fight. Carlston is plus 102. Uh, Santiago is minus 125. I'm betting the dog. Santiago's. I'm betting against him, and I'm pretty firm on it. And I don't need to justify my bets to you guys. So, Trace, tell me why I'm right.
Yeah, man, I agree with you.
My bets to you guys. So, Trace, tell me why I'm right.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. I think Carlson Harrison. Both these guys are up there in age. I think they're both 137, 138. Uh, But Carlston, man, he's just looked like the better fighter here late in his up elder age and lately in this career. Put it that way. Uh, Outside of getting finished against Chaos Williams, which that shit happens, man. That dude cracks. But yeah, man, I just think Carlson Harrison of late has looked more impressive. I think he's just more well-rounded fighter. I don't know if he knocks him out. I think the ending sequence starts with the feet and the combination on the feet. But I would not be surprised to see a club and sub here for Carlson Harris once the fight hits the ground. So I think he hurts him, and whether he knocks him out or not, I don't know. But I'll take the inside the distance for this fight. Carlson Harris, round 1 or 2.
I like it. The under 2.5 is minus 130. Over is plus 100. Yeah, sounds like a good play to me. Usman. Oh wait, you already gave your play on this one, right, Mike? Usman, go ahead, bud.
uh, Shit, you threw me for a loop here. I'm going for Carlson Harris. You had me thinking, did I? Um, I'm surprised Carlson was the dog here. I like Ponzinibbio. He's gonna fight one time this year, and then he's gonna go do the Mexican broadcasting. Uh, Honestly, I think you take whichever fighter is a dog here. Ponzinibbio does crack pretty damn hard, so he could catch Carlston, but for the most part, I think it's just gonna be Carlston Harris. Carlston just looks like he's the younger fighter, even though he definitely isn't. Or they're both old dogs. Mike, take it away, bro.
Yeah, I actually bet Ponzinibbio when it was a pick'em price because I thought I didn't know who was gonna go to the dog price. If I knew Carlson was gonna be dog price, I probably would have bet him. But here's the thing. I trust Ponzinibbio's performance because he always consistently performs, and he performs the exact way you think he would perform because he doesn't really change it up. He utilizes a lot of feints. He does that measured pressure, and he knows how to pick his shots because he acts accordingly to his opponents based off their own movements. So when I say that, that means he really has an eye for the sport. Like whenever he's in the fight, he's locked in and he has the eyes, and he's got the reflexes. The problem is that he does have moments where he gets caught slipping, and then his opponents take advantage of that. That's what happened in Kevin Holland. That's why he got knocked down one time in each fight, in each round, because when he was performing, doing well, he gave Kevin Holland a moment, and then he got caught, and then he got knocked out. Same thing with Muslim Salikov. He gave Salikov moments in a fight he was performing well in that changed the round and took it away from him. So why I think it's going to work out this time is because Carlston Harris, he doesn't really have the striking defense. He just doesn't. And he doesn't really have feints either. So I think he will be able to, as long as he does what he does, which is always stay at his range, use his feints, and act accordingly to whatever Carlston Harris reacts to, because Carlston will react to his feints when he's being pressured. He just cannot give Harris no moments. Because if he gives Harris moments, Harris has the power to just put him out. And I think it's going to be one punch knockout for me. So I already put my money in, but because it was at a pick 'em price, and I go with performance, consistent performance that I trust. But at the dog price, I would definitely have put my money on Harris. So that's my take.
You see, in that moment you're talking about, Mike, is why I'd also like to take a stab at Harris by submission, because I can see Ponzinibbio having the better of the striking, and then maybe the pressure gets a little too much, and he has that tendency to just go, okay, let's throw a takedown in here, let's switch it up, let's slow it down, and then get that neck snatched or something like that. So
No, no, I think, like I said, I think Mike's pretty well on spot with. He probably does catch him, but like I said, does he knock him out or does he just drop him and then the club and sub comes snatch that neck up? I think he ends up getting the finish at some point in this fight.
Yeah, I think what Mike wasn't saying directly is Bonzi.
I forget what happened to him, but he took an extended break for like a few years, and then when he came back, man, he was just never the same. And I don't know if it was just the time away, the ring rust, and the age catching up to him, but yeah, man, he hasn't looked the same.
I've always felt like, just personally, just felt like it was
You
damaged.
know,
He's accumulated damage.
also that name change. What was he before? I forget what it was, but now he's the Argentine Dagger, which is just fucking lame.
I can't remember what the hell it
The
was.
fact the fact that he doesn't call himself Ponzi and walk out with a brown leather jacket on, he lost me a long time ago. I'm old. I don't know what you want. At least someone got my fucking joke, for Christ's sake. All right, that leads us to the main event of the evening: Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas. Amanda is plus 163, minus 204 for Amanda, plus 163 for Mackenzie. The over 4.5 is minus 210. The under 4.5 is plus 160. I want to play the under takedown prop, whatever it's going to be. I want to play the under for the takedown prop. And, man, I think I got to bet Mackenzie Dern. Probably by decision. Yep. I think that's what I got to do. Mike, tell me why I'm a fool.
You said you got Dern
Yes, sir.
even after watching their first fight.
Yeah.
Now look, the only thing that's changed between now and then is that Mackenzie got a little bit bigger and she's a little bit more. How would I say that?
Willing to throw them things.
Yeah, willing to throw it, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. Like she had those moments in the first fight, and she could not touch. Um, she couldn't hurt Rebus. Rebus. We've seen Rebus take shots before and still stay in the fight, and it's the same fight. She stays at her range and she picks her shots. And the grappling was not any different. Dern was no match for Rebus on the ground. So I don't see how it's going to be any different now. I think Rebus by decision is the best bet you can make of the whole card.
You want to know the truth, Mike? The honest truth? Um, I don't think Mackenzie Dern is good at all. I don't think she's a good striker. She doesn't have takedowns. She doesn't have them. Like, I'm pretty sure if you go check her stats, she doesn't have any. I think she has one, and if you go watch it, it was like a trip where they kind of fell and they gave her the takedown, if I recall. She doesn't have any takedowns. She can't take anybody down. She's not strong. She's not good. But for some reason, the UFC will be like, unanimous decision, Mackenzie Dern. And I don't
I'll tell you
understand
why. I'll
why.
tell you why. Because, like I said, she's willing to throw them things. She this fight, there's like you said, there's not gonna be any takedowns, man. I will be surprised if these girls go to the ground. So it's gonna be a striking fight where
Yep.
Mackenzie Dern is more willing to sit down on her punches and throw the more meaningful strikes. People forget Rebus has a kind of a questionable chin, man. She's been hurt quite a few times in her career. Mackenzie Dern may not have a lot of knockouts, but she does have decent power because she's willing to throw everything into every punch because she don't give a shit if she goes to the ground. So honestly, you give her 5 rounds to try to land a few shots, man. I think each time she lands a shot, we're going to see a little bit of worry and panic, and maybe even a little bit of wobble in Ribas' step, man. It's not going to be a pretty fight because that's just a Mackenzie Dern fight. She's probably going to lose the first couple rounds, but Mackenzie Dern is shown to have good cardio, and she does not fucking
She's
quit.
probably gonna lose all the rounds.
She does not fucking quit.
So does Ribas. Ribas doesn't waste energy. That's Dern that does that.
So these girls are going to scrap, and I just think the damage is going to be in the favor of Mackenzie Dern. And I would not be surprised if we see her get a late stoppage here, but I do think Mackenzie Dern by decision is the way to go. Uh, yeah, I don't think we see a submission here. I would be shocked. But yeah, man, I think this is gonna be a decent little fight on the feet. I think these girls are gonna scrap.
That's her. She has a takedown accuracy of 16%. That is. I think that you're right. I think the things you said are. I don't know. I use the word fair statement a lot. I know I say the fuck out of that when we're in these spaces. I say that's fair a lot because I just, I don't really like to debate with people, and then sometimes I get in the habit of saying it where it's like I'm brushing off what you're saying. But I agree with you. I want to take the unders on the takedowns when it gets posted, and I do think it stays on the feet. I see in Mackenzie Dern the difference I see in Mackenzie Dern is she has become willing, and this is basically all Trace said. Um, she's just willing to bite down on her mouthpiece and get punched in the face now. Mackenzie Dern used to be afraid to get punched in the face, and she is not afraid to get punched in the face anymore. She almost has hit that point of embracing it.
I just feel like she handles it better,
You know,
man. Like reaction wise, handles it better.
now, now,
Oh yeah,
Trace,
one
I
hundred
really
percent,
mean that.
100%.
Yeah, like she really handles it better now. She's really hitting an age. I don't know how old she is. Let me see how old she is. 93. Yeah, so she's what, 32? Well, will be 32 this year. Yeah, that's about the right age that she is. She's growing into her, like, her woman physique is what I will
Oh
say.
yeah, she is, boy.
Yeah, but I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in the, your body changes a little bit at a certain age as a man, and they say old man strength. I think women get the same thing, and even though I don't think Mackenzie is getting offensive strength, I just think she's seeing it on the defensive, on the grit end. I really feel like bite down, punch me in my fucking face. I'm not afraid of it. I don't even feel like she was afraid to get punched by Amanda Lemos, and we know how that shit went for her. And like she wasn't afraid to take it, and that's not Ribas. That's not Ribas at all. Hey Usman, tell me what you're betting on this fight without saying anything that would upset your wife if she was sitting next to you.
No, first off, I was laughing at your ass when you said, Mike, to be honest, I've been looking at Mackenzie Dern's Instagram. Um, but it was but I was also gonna point out how you hate Mackenzie Dern, so to hear you on her is pretty interesting. I'm also on Mackenzie Dern. Uh Basically everything that y'all said, you look back, like, look, Amanda Ribas also beat Verna Jandaroba. Do you think she beats Verna right now? Hell no.
Bro, Verna beats her 3 times in one night
I
right
don't
now, and I'm not being
I
funny.
don't think Amanda has shown any growth. She's good. She's a fun fighter. But it's just gonna be the aggression of Mackenzie Dern, and like y'all said, willing to bite down. She's gonna go forward. These scorecards are gonna go towards Mackenzie Dern for a multitude of reasons. So I'm going Mackenzie Dern. Shit, the judges might be looking at her Instagram while the fight's going on and just give it to her. So we're on Dern.
Joe's frozen for me.
Yeah, he was frozen for me too. Um, well, I know Joe said that we're going to do the post your slips thing. Sheesh, I had already said in the group chat. Guy doesn't read our team chat, obviously, about that little betting thing. Pick three bets. If y'all want to do it, I'm willing to do it. I picked my three bets, my three best bets for the card. At an imaginary $100 here. You're looking at Tiago Moises minus 185, and I might parlay these three as well. But Moises minus 185, $100 is going to give you 54 back. Christian Rodriguez, I'm taking that 250 back, and then the over 2.5 on Roman Kopylov Chris Curtis fight, $100, $55 right there. Those are my three
Hey,
best
can you hear
bets.
me?
Hey, there he is. He's back.
My phone fucking died and it let me reconnect to the space after it turned back on.
Beautiful, beautiful. Come on, bro. Keep your charger on. I got the laptop charger on my shit.
Bro, to be honest, I got so many shits ran everywhere and tied down because there's so many cords in the studio. I just don't have this cord on that side right now. What do I got over here? It don't matter. I got plenty of shit over here. We're fine. I'll go grab a different phone stand. Anyway, say that parlay again, fucker.
Yeah. My best three bets for this one. We're going Tiago Moises. We're going over 2.5 on the Roman Kopylov fight, and then we are gonna go with Christian Rodriguez.
Okay. Okay.
Parlaying all three of those together, you're getting plus 739.
Um. Damn.
Oh, speaking of parlays, my official parlay, the third leg of my three leg parlay that I told you I have one unit on. It was um, Chris Curtis. Who was the other leg? Chris Curtis, Trey Ogden, and Mackenzie Dern. Three legs for plus 1682. $10 gets you $170, almost $170. And yeah, so I played that earlier in the week, or like 2 weeks ago actually. So I actually lost value by playing it so early. I didn't, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, I feel like that parlay hits. Honestly, I should have added C Rob, and that felt like free real estate, but can't go back and change it.
No. Um. How much did you lose? Like, who'd you lose it on? You said you lost. You must know where you lost the odds on it. Where'd you lose it on? Who? Trance.
1 second, pulling it up right now.
Gotcha.
Da,
I
da,
didn't mean
da.
to like put you on the spot.
No, you're
I
good. You're
just
good. Let's see. View legs. I took Chris Curtis at plus 200. I lost value on Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern at plus 140. And I lost value on Trey Ogden. Trey Ogden at plus 140.
understood. Understood. Um. Okay. So I think Usman wants to do a few fight announcements, and I know Trace usually only sticks around till about 12. So before we move on to any of that, post the slip. You guys heard me talk about it earlier. This is going to be, I'm going to pump this shit. I'm going to irritate the shit out of you guys. I really want to get this one going and hopefully get a few people to jump in on it just for the sake of doing it. So I'd like to go over the rules real quick. Um, Once you in, you're in. Do you guys have any issue with someone not posting 1 week? I feel like you gotta hit at least one bet a week, even if it loses. Like, anybody disagree with that?
I'm cool with that.
It's for degenerates. Mike Trace didn't say nothing. I'm gonna assume they're cool with that. 1 to 4 slips a week. That's all you can post. I went with that because when you post, you can post 4 pictures. Makes sense, right? No one said shit, so either you guys aren't listening, and I'll just go ahead with that anyway, or. Do we want to do a $5 minimum bet or a $5 weekly minimum?
Huh?
Yeah, what do you mean by weekly minimum?
So every week you got to bet at least one bet, right? But say you bet 2 bets. So I put you got to bet $5 to $25 a week. But are we all right with somebody betting like $1.25, or does it got to be $5 to make post a slip?
Okay, are these single play bets, whether they be props, over unders, or money lines, or are we talking parlays? Cause shit, I
You
know
can
Trey.
post. Listen, I know people track all their bets. I know people do all that shit, but people always have all these bets. Oh, well, I also had this untracked bet. So you can post whatever you want, but this thread is the official bets that you're submitting to the thread. Once you go up $1,000, you win. Because hey, you made $1,000. Once you go down $100, you're out, and we're gonna make fun of you all the time, or you guys will make fun of me all the time. Those are the only real rules I got. Go down $100 and you're out. So I was just thinking $5 a bet seems reasonable, and then if you were betting 4 bets, one of them could be a $10 bet, right? But you could still put 25 on one bet. I don't know. I'm asking you fuckers. It's got to be simple rules. 9 of them. What's the minimum bet? Just name what the minimum bet should be. Amount.
Okay, so you said minimum $5. You said you gotta post 4 bets.
No. So you got to post 1 slip a week, and you can't post more than $25 worth of slips total.
You can't post more than 5?
20. No. You post 1 to 4 slips, and it's 25, $5 to $25 total. 1 to 4 slips total, $5 to $25 total per week.
5 to 25. Okay.
So what I'm
That
saying
seems
is,
fair.
should we put a $5 minimum on each bet, or should we not do that?
No, I mean, there's no point in going less than that. $5 minimum is fine.
Yeah, five just makes it easy because then we're gonna go. Yeah, let me go $19.25 on this bet, and we'll do. Yeah, no, none of all that extra bullshit. $5 per bet.
All right, I like that. You want to just make it $5 bets? Just
Yeah, he was saying $5 minimum. Usman, you're saying like 5
Yeah,
maximum.
per
you're saying
bet.
like just $5 bets, Usman?
Yeah, I say $5 bets. That gives us the $20 per week, and if you want to be extra, you can go the 25.
So let's do 5 or 10. So each bet would either be a $5 bet or a $10 bet.
Deal.
Mike, Trace, you guys cool with that? All right, Trace gave the thumbs up. All right, so I'm gonna.
I'm hearing double, so I'm trying to concentrate on what you're saying. What'd you say?
So it's either a $5 bet or a $10 bet. Still the same rules.
Per slip?
Yep, still the same rules. 1 slip to 4 slips, $5 to $25 a week, but each bet is either $5 or $10.
Okay, cool.
All right, so 5 or 10, 1 slip a week. Post slips in your own comments. 24 hours. If you reach it, that's it. I'll have a thread posted up this week. Usman, you want to hit us with 10 minutes, 15 minutes of fight announcements, and then I'm going to shut this motherfucker down?
What we can do is we can just pin our bets to our profiles, and then you can just snatch screenshots of it and do a 4 pin post each week for our bets
No,
from the cap
I could
account.
post a thread and everybody could just go there and post their own fucking screenshots.
Oh, okay,
I
that's
gotta
good. That's
write
fine too.
because I wouldn't mind, except I'm just trying to take on so much production shit over here. Plus, I think it would be cool to keep that post pinned to the Cap MMA page. Um, I'm gonna put my bets on there all year. I don't bet heavy, so I'm not gonna lie and say I won't have any bets that aren't on there, but I'll probably have most of my bets on there. I'll probably just be happy to do that. I'll have more fun betting against you guys than I will betting. I know that might not sound, whatever, or that might sound silly to you guys, but I'll have more fun with that shit than I will betting. Um, Usman, you got a few fight announcements, Bob?
Shit, we got more than a few. Let's go rapid fire real quick. Left-handed God, Danny Barlow versus Sam Patterson, March 1st, UFC Vegas 103.
Good ass fight.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be an absolute banger right there.
Yeah, that's a good ass fight. What else you
Main
got?
event time for that same card, March 1st, Vegas 103. Brandon Roy Val, the Raw Dog versus Manel Starboy Cape. Another good ass fight.
I know that's
Damn,
cop,
it looked
right?
like yeah. It looked like Cop was gonna get that fucking title shot, bro.
Crazy that Dana told him directly after the fight, "Hey, we'll talk in the locker room." And then he went to the locker room and he said, "Yeah, you're not ready yet."
Yeah, for
Like he
sure.
legit told
Like
him,
what
like,
the
"Oh no,
fuck?
it's not next. Chill out."
Did he actually do that to
Yeah, I
him?
believe somebody came out and said it. I don't know if it was Cop or somebody said it. I think Cop said it in the post fight interview.
No shit. I didn't see that. That's damn, I thought he was gonna get that shot. What else you got?
Tough winner Ryan Loder is out of his fight. Cody Brundage is stepping in and fighting Julian Marquez.
Track here. He should give him a knockout here, huh?
Yeah, somebody with some big hand power, definitely. Talking about big hands and big power, Eunice Dubin is making her UFC debut against Carly Judice now that Juliana Miller is out.
Man, that's really hard to replace Juliana Miller. I don't know if she'll be able to fill those shoes.
I don't
Oh,
even know who that is. I don't.
Eunice Dubin was the girl. Eunice Dubin was the girl from like a plus 900, and not.
Yeah, Tracy made money off that
Bro,
fight.
you think I'm man?
I was gonna say no. It goes more like you think. I remember every plus 900 woman I bet on.
I got one this weekend.
next
I
to
got one this
Trace's
weekend coming
mouth.
up. Shit. Nah, man. I got a bet on the hometown girl, man. Carly Judice. She's not from too far from where grew up at. She's a training partner of my brother. She's actually a friend of my brother's. Yeah, man. Judice has looked good so far in the UFC. The striking's there. She's getting better. She's willing to throw, man. Yeah, I like Carly Judice. I'm a little biased, obviously, but definitely have to watch tape. But yeah, I figure I'll probably be on Judice there. Same principle. You know, if you're supposed to be there, you're supposed to be there.
I need Louisiana to take the loss here, Trey. Sorry about that. Cody Haddon versus Alexandre Taporia, UFC 312. His baby brother, he's in.
Yep.
Well, if he's anything like his brother, it should be an exciting fight, man. But we know how the brother thing works out. There's always one good brother and always one shitty brother. So yeah, man.
I'm glad you didn't make me be the asshole and say
Hey,
that,
hey,
Trace. Because I was thinking of all the brothers ever
Hey,
in the
Jim
history
and
of the
Dan,
UFC, and I'm like, there ain't never been two
Jim and
good
Dan Miller.
brothers.
hey, y'all done took the words right out of my mouth because I was gonna say the same thing. On to the next one, February.
Wait. I got a quick question. I didn't freeze. Bitch.
Yes, man.
Who's the big one? Or who's the good one? I want to know which one, Big Nog or Little
Dad,
Nog. Who's
I
the
was gonna say, I knew that's what you were gonna ask.
It'd be Big Nog, but in the UFC, I guess you'd say Lil Nog was the better of the two.
The one that had the carrot
Oh,
when he was feeding the bus.
it's bro. Nobody ever remembers. Half of Big Nog's fights did not happen in the U. Like they just they're like Fedor. They're more like MMA legends. So like when UFC fans start talking about them, it fucking cracks me up. And I'm not saying you guys, but like nobody can ever answer the question which brother was better. Nobody. It's the one. It's the one. Nobody's ever got
The
the
fat
answer.
one.
Anyways, what other, yeah. What other fights you got, Usman?
UFC Saudi Arabia, February 1st. Fareez Ziam is fighting Mike Davis. Banger.
Our boy Mike Davis getting a
Yeah,
good
that's
crack
a
again.
good
That's
ass
gonna be a
fight.
fun. That feels like Mike Davis though, man.
Yeah,
You know, he better wrestle his
let's go
ass
Mike
off.
Davis in that.